So when I went to college, guys, I was 18 years old and I got my first tax return, okay? When I got my first tax return, it was around for $800 and I grabbed that money right there and I spent it, okay? I'll be honest with you, I spent it. However, in 2015 or 2016, when I got my second one, I grabbed that money again and I spent it again. So basically, every time I got money from taxes, I always spent it, and that's all I did because all I knew was, hey, my friends get a new TV, my other friends get in a car, they're paying off their debts. So basically, a tax return is like something you spend, not invest. And for this video, my goal is to give you guys 5 different ideas on how to invest your tax return because back in the days, I didn't, but I wish I did. By the way, guys, I know people that literally get around $10,000 every year just from taxes, but they grab that money, pay a credit card here, and then buy a TV, and then boom, in 3 months, they're right back to normal. So my goal is to make sure it doesn't happen to you because back then, I made a lot of mistakes. Now, if you guys don't know me, my name is Tommy Bryson. I'm an accountant, and I upload videos on YouTube every single day. And do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified, and on top of that, also destroy the like button. Now guys, comment down below and let me know this one thing here, okay? Now be honest, okay? How much money have you gotten from in tax returns the most, okay? And what did you do with the money? Because back then, guys, $2,500, okay, in 4 years tax returns, and I literally just spent all the money. By the way, last year, 2019, I just like literally had to pay taxes because I made a lot of money. But the point is, okay, the more money you make, the more you pay them. But when you don't really make that much money and you have kids and stuff like that, you get back 10,000, 15,000. What did you do with your biggest tax return? Did you spend it like me, or did you try to invest it, or did you put it in a business that failed? Comment down below, let me know. And now, guys, let's talk about 5 different ways you can grab your money, invest it, or spend it, but to actually make some money back. And in some cases, you just want to spend it for fun. But the whole point is, guys, number 1 is basically, I want you to grab that tax return and put it into a side hustle. Now tell me, why a side hustle and why not a business? The answer is, guys, okay, sometimes a business, you start it up for the first year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, well, you don't really make any money back. However, it's side hustle. The whole entire purpose here is to try to make money every single month from that investment. For example, you can make between 1,000, 10K, 100K, dependent on how hard you actually go, but usually you don't really require that much time, and that's why I like it, because by doing this correctly, you can still have a main job, also a side hustle, do them both together and just make some extra income on the side, which is always welcome if you ask me. Now, you're probably wondering, Tommy, well, what do I look for whenever I'm trying to get a side hustle, okay? The answer is you look for 3 things here. The 3 things are, number 1, you have to make sure you like what you're actually gonna do. Number 2, you have to make sure you're actually good at what you actually want to do. Number 3, you have to make sure it actually makes money. If it doesn't make any money, you call that a hobby. By the way, guys, okay, for example, my name is Tommy. I love singing, okay? Believe it or not, I'm a very professional singer. Let's just believe it, okay? But the whole thing is, guys, although I love singing with a passion, you can hear, you know, let me just stop right here before you guys dislike this video. But the whole point is, guys, although I love singing, I like it, okay? I love doing it, but I'm not good at it, and I won't make any money. I'll probably get sued, and no one will pay me any money whatsoever. So the whole point is this, okay, guys? If you do something and you don't like it, you'll be miserable. If you do something, you like it, but you're not good at it, well, you'll fail because, again, you're not good at it unless you keep trying over and over again until you actually get there. For example, I could go for singing class, but at the end of the day, I feel like I'm better than them, to be honest, you know, because I'm such a good singer, you know, let's be honest here. I'll stop right here because I don't want to sing, but if I did, you would probably go crazy. But again, guys, and also if it doesn't make you any money, guess what? Well, it's not a side hustle. We just call that a hobby. Now, Tommy, I don't know where to start. I don't have any ideas, okay? What do I do here? The answer is I have 31 videos. I'll link it down below with a playlist on different businesses you can start if you want to. On top of that is your book called 100 Side Hustles by Chris Gillibo. You can download that if you want to from Amazon, and also link down below. But the whole point is, guys, there are a ton of ideas out there on Google, on books, on my channel, they're everywhere, okay? So if you want to pay for it, great. If you just want to go out there and just get it for free from my videos or from Google, you can do that also. But the whole point is you want to try them out, experiment, and they won't require more than $500 to $1,000 to start. So that's why I don't want you to start a business just yet. Just start small, grow that, and if you want to make a business out of it, eventually you can if you want to, okay? That's the whole point of a side hustle. Now, number 2, guys, okay? I want you guys to consider this one thing that everyone says, but always tells you, well, you have to start with a ton of money or you won't make any money, okay? And that is investing. Now, Tommy, you invest money. How do you do it? Do you make a lot of money? The answer is, well, now I kind of have a little bit of an investment on the side now that I started back in 2018 December. And guess what, guys? I started out with $7. So if you think, oh, I need $1,000, $20,000, the answer is no, you don't. Now, Tommy, $7, what are you gonna do with that? Like, what are you supposed to do with that? Okay, it's not enough money. The answer is, guys, okay, from December 2018 to now February 2020, literally like around 14 months or so, now I have in that account around $10,000. And on top of that, that money pays me around $235 in dividends every single year. And on top of that, I'm also up by 10%, okay? So the point is, you don't need to start with a ton of money and you don't need to take massive risks, because what I do is, okay, all I do is I invest with Acorn. I put my money there in my portfolio. By the way, I have a full video on what I do, what I invest into Acorn. But the point is, I invest with Acorn. I mean, portfolio, ETFs, what I do, link down below to the video. But at the end of the day, if you want to invest with Robinhood, Cash App, Stash, all these other apps, you can if you want to. But the risk is very hard if you don't know how to invest and you pick Apple and then Apple goes down. That's why I invest into an entire basket full of stocks. And if one goes down, doesn't matter. I stay on the trajectory and I keep going up, 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 up. I might go down, but I still will go up, up, up. Why? Because there's 100 years of history to prove that this method actually works. So if you want to do investing, I recommend Acorn. Check it out. Link down below to my full video on how much money I made in 1 year by investing into Acorns. And now, guys, number 3. What I wish people did with their money a lot of the times is, not get into a massive amount of debt, but sometimes you do get into debt. And I did that too when I bought a $3,000 MacBook and lost literally all my money from my job because I got fired in a sense. Well, not fired, kind of like laid off from a work study job because I did too much work and then they laid me off. But the point is, guys, I lost my job, I had debt, and I wish I would have grabbed my tax return back then and then paid it off, but it was around I think it was March? And my tax return was gonna come in 10 months or so. So I couldn't wait that long. I had to get a job. But the point is, guys, okay, if you have a massive amount of debt right now and you have a tax return, you might want to consider paying that off in full, starting over. But do me one favor here, okay, guys? Because once you pay that off, that debt in full for a credit card or a loan that you actually have, a lot of people, well, they take that extra money and they spend it on something else. But what I recommend you do is grab that extra money you get from the minimums and the payments for the credit cards that you won't be making anymore. Grab that money right there and put it towards your investments, okay? That's what I would do with extra money. So in one way, you literally pay off your debts, awesome, but you also grab the extra money here and you put that to work. Because basically, guys, you might be stuck with a credit card paying 35% and you're like, oh my gosh, interest keeps piling up over and over again. I'm gonna be done in 5 years. What am I gonna do? Well, the answer is grab that tax return, pay it off, grab that extra money that you were paying towards that card, and then put that money to actually work. By the way, though, I recommend, I have a link down below to my free budget, link down below. But the point is, once you get out of debt, you want to make sure you don't go back. So you need a plan, you need a budget, and that's what I use every single day. By the way, my budget is kind of old-fashioned. I do use envelope, but I do have a modern version with a bank account. So I'll put both of them down there below in the links down below. But basically, budgets help. Paying off your debts also help, as long as you don't do what I used to do, which basically, well, if I pay something off, I'm not paying for it anymore. So let me grab that extra money and put it towards another expense. And I'm like, okay, I'm back to normal, right? I just don't make any money anymore. No, the answer is I pay something off, I grab that extra money, I put it to work, now make it extra money, not spending money on something else that does not make me any money whatsoever. Now, guys, number 4 is I want you guys to consider, if you want to. It is risky, but I don't think so, okay? And it's basically, if you got a tax return and it's a lot of money, and for example, you spend around $1,000 every single month on your expenses, like your rent, everything, and you got basically $3,000 or maybe $4,000, well, grab that money and consider quitting your job. Tell me, what the heck are you talking about here, okay? Why would I quit my job? The answer is, well, if you love your job, great. But a lot of people out there, they get a job, they have expenses now, and they don't like the job at all, and they're like, okay, I can't quit. I'm not happy though, and if I quit, what am I gonna do with my bills? The answer is you're trapped, you don't know what to do. So why not? If you get a huge tax return, why not quit that job, okay? Take that money right here and use it for around 3 months to carry you, and that way you have 3 months to figure out what you like, what you're good at, and what will make you the most money, just like the side hustle, okay? So point is, if you want to consider it, try quitting your job, because I'll be honest with you guys, okay? I don't talk about this a lot, but basically, when I was in college, I had a job at the Gap. I had a job at my school, and then when I graduated, I got a job at a data entry business, because again, I didn't really want to work as an accountant that much. So when I got this job right here, I did not like it whatsoever. But I always had a job to make sure I had some income coming in, I can save it, invest it. But when I had the job, I was like, what am I gonna do here, okay? I don't like it, I'm not happy, but I did have extra money on the side to carry me for a long time, so that's why I was able to quit. And I quit, and I'm happier now. Back then, I was making around, believe it or not, around I think $600 to $700 every single week, okay? Now I'm making around, what is it, now I'm making around $15,000 every single month from my YouTube channel, but also around $6,000 from my business, so that's around $21,000, and on top of that, from extra income here and there, $2,000. So in total, I make around $23,000. But it's all because I had enough money to quit that job and not stay trapped in it. Because if you're trapped, you're not allowed to actually do something that you actually care about doing. But if you don't have a tax return, you don't have to wait for that. Just save some money on the side, build it up, and then when you want to quit, well, have enough for at least 3 months to 6 months. 6 months, and that way you're good to go. By the way, before you quit your job, make sure you plan it out. You have a resource to actually carry yourself, so basically some extra money, and that way you are good to go. But don't be scared. It's the best way to try it. And I always think, you know what? If I quit the job today, the job will be there tomorrow. So what's the big deal? It's not going away anytime soon. The job will always be there. I can always come back. I was a great employee. So what's the big deal? Okay, that's what I think. But it kind of sucks to be miserable somewhere when you feel trapped and you're not actually doing anything whatsoever. Now, number 5, guys, and the last one here, well, it's all about, well, tell me, what if I just want to blow the money? Okay, what if I just want to spend everything? Well, if you want to, you can. Tell me what? I came to this video to get motivated, not to spend all my money for my tax return. The answer is, guys, well, the answer is I am a strong believer that if you don't enjoy your money in some way, you won't actually get to, enjoy the process of actually making more money, because at the end of the day, you don't really enjoy the money you actually make. So how can you enjoy something when you don't enjoy what it gives you? Okay, so for example, I make $23,000 an average net every single month, okay? However, every single week, I give myself around $60 to do whatever I want with it. So what I do, I usually just go on Amazon and buy a lot of dumb stuff, like crazy stuff. Like for example, okay, I just bought, well, not crazy stuff. Sometimes I buy things that actually help me. So what I bought lately was this book right here. It's a journal that helps me track my morning. And last week, I bought some glasses, but I gave them to my grandfather because I look like a grandfather wearing them. But it was like biker glasses like this, and I was like, what's going on here, Tommy? You need some help, okay? So I gave them away, and now I don't have them. But the point is, I love to give myself an extra piece of money just so I can enjoy my money, and then I come back to work and work harder. Now, I'm not telling you to spend all your tax return. I'm telling you to spend between 10% to 50% of it, and then just use it to have some fun, and then the other 50% use that money to invest it and learn something new. Now, before I go here, guys, okay, I want to say one last thing here, and it's that, Tommy, I don't have any skills. I don't know how to make extra money. I don't have the skills that you need, So basically, if you don't have the skills, it's okay. Just go out there and learn them. Take some courses, some seminars. Just do whatever you can to learn something new, and that way you upgrade yourself. Because at the end of the day, guys, when you got that first job or that first college degree, you didn't know how to do it either, but you learn how to do things. You get extra skills, you get paid more money. That's how it works. But make sure, again, you like it, you're good at it, and it makes you money. If it doesn't have that, don't even bother. And guys, comment down below and let me know, what did you think about this video? Do you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Comment down below, let me know. And as always, guys, if you like this video, well, like this video, really appreciate it. And also, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me on Instagram time Bryson. And before I go, if you want to watch that video on Acorns and how much money I made in 1 year, well, click this video right here. And also click my face right here. Subscribe to the channel right now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.